Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to this 89th episode of the Nata PR School podcast. Free your voice with public relations. If you think about it, most of what we know comes from what we read online or in the media. It's crazy, huh? A large part of what you know and what I know comes from what we read in books, in the news, online, in social media. So everything we know, not everything, but maybe, 90% of what we know. We often let media guide us, right? When deciding when we are looking for a new car, where to go on vacation, even what toothpaste to use. Because if they are presenting different toothpaste and they're saying this one is better for your health, you might choose the one that's better for your health, right? This is really interesting. And this explains probably why fake news can be so harmful. Because the more people read fake news, the more today, the algorithm, especially if you read online, the more you will have other suggested articles that are similar to what you're reading. And this happens also if you are in a Facebook group page. So the people who are there read the same thing, they share the same news all together. So they become kind of, let's say, trapped in this circle. And one day, a friend, not a close friend, but a friend, decided to start reading only fake news just to see what it was. And this is someone highly educated. Sometimes we think that people who start believing fake news are not educated. Well, this is not true. Some people can be like, this guy is a teacher, highly educated, and slowly but surely he chose to believe what he was reading everywhere. And started exchanging information in some specific Facebook pages. He became completely obsessive, and today he can't really choose what is right and wrong, and he chose to believe those fake news. It's really scary, really. So today he can't even form his own opinion anymore. He thinks that his own opinion is what he reads and everything that's fake. So for him, all that's in the media is not real anymore. Really, really scary. Well, of course, I realize it might be an extreme example that I'm giving you in this podcast with this friend, but I'm sure you know people like that around you. There are more and more people like this. This is why, we heard Elon Musk, he wants to try to do something about it by buying Twitter. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. I don't know if he's going to do that, but it's going to be interesting to see what he tries to do. I often tell my employees also that we have this amazing chance to suggest quality brands because I try to choose good brands, so my employees really are happy to talk about these products to influencers and media because I own my own agency, so I can say no to some clients that we know we will not serve well. So we have this chance to choose quality product, and I tell them, as you know, we're not specialists in politics or in crisis management. We're not like these public relations that do manage reputation. This is not, we're specialized really in consumer goods. So when the stress level goes up a notch among my employees and they become like super stressed and scared, I just remind them that it's not life and death when we're promoting consumer goods. You know, when we're promoting the latest innovations in moisturizers, we're not saving lives. But if you live like us in a very cold country, and in a winter you feel you want to get out of your skin because it's itchy and it's dry. So finding a new moisturizer, these new molecules you might become really happy, and it might really improve your life. But it's not going to save anyone, right? So opinions, when you think about it, are generally formed by this combination of what we read and word of mouth, what our friends are telling us. So this is where public relations play a role that I'm still passionate about today. And maybe 10 years ago, I started using this communication acts where I was saying, Nata PR, we influence the real influencers, because this is exactly what we do. This is way before, maybe more than 10 years ago now, way before influencer became a profession, because this is what we do. We influence people. We want to capture the attention of a journalist and a blogger influencer. So we want to tell them about the new products of our clients. So you see, we are influencers. We are middlemen. We're right behind, between, I should say, our clients and the influencers and the media. So we're there to pass new information and present the products of our client. So the media and the internet are where the public get most of their information. This is probably what makes us better understand the damage it causes when leaders of major nations, I'm not going to name any nations here, but if you think about what's happening today in some countries, when you hear that the people don't have access anymore to Western media, to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so when these accesses are cut, this is where freedom, it becomes really important. So they are actually cut from freedom of expression. And some people might go to jail or might even get killed in some countries if they express really what they think about their government, for example. So freedom of expression through Western platforms, especially social media, are really a key, especially in those countries when you see that people don't have access to it. So where do they get their information? This is why it becomes harder and harder for these populations to see what's real and unreal and what's false. So without the media, right, and the spread of those information online, it's almost impossible for them to distinguish what's true, what's real, what's the reality, what's happening really out there. And if you think about it too, so society like ours get the information on the economy, politics, and news on new products through information. If we don't have access to information like that, we almost are set apart. We're not part of the society. So you'll tell me that you don't believe everything you read, right? Of course. And which is great, just like me. But some people do. Some people do. And even it's really interesting to see how traditional and social media can have this huge influence on population. And if we compare the influence of the media with advertising, of course, because today we're talking about using PR for free voice and free choice, free your voice with public relations. This is what you do with PR, not with advertising, because advertising will never bring awareness, what we call. It's not going to build your notoriety if you're a company, you're a brand. And if you have the choice between buying an ad or doing this interview with a journalist, which one would you choose? And by the way, the interview with the journalist is free, always. So if they ask for money, then it's an ad, right? So what would you choose? Would you choose the ad to put in the ad what you really want people to see and know about your product, or accept this invitation of a journalist to tell your story? Well, I hope, of course, you will choose the interview, because when you read a newspaper or anything online, watch the news, or maybe a video on YouTube, maybe you do like me, right? I become really like impatient, and I'm waiting for this moment where I see 30 seconds and then you can click on this little button at the bottom right of the image to skip all the ads. Maybe you do just like me. Think about it for a second. So we want to go back to what we wanted to, what we were, let's say, previously watching, or yeah. So in conclusion, you watch little and read even less of ads that are imposed to you, even though sometimes in some publications you might have like 70% of publications that are in some, let's say, magazines. I don't know, Le Monde, a supplement in the weekend, any supplement which may have a lot of ads. Sometimes 70%. And 30% only content. I'm sure you will spend more time on the 30% of this publication, right? Yeah, interesting to think about that. So remember that PR can give you this freedom. You can express through PR what you want people to know about your company, your product. And this is why PR is a very powerful tool, and that you can use at your advantage, of course. Use it wisely, and it's going to become a very, very powerful tool. So I hope you've enjoyed this little PR break in your day. And if you're not on our list, please sign up. You can go on natapr.com. We have program where I teach you how to get featured in the press for free. I'm giving you our free Nata PR model that you can download if you don't have it, those 6 steps on how to create a PR or social media campaign. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and that you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.